Sideline Mom here, and it's another week. And yes, I am trying to lose 52 pounds in 52 weeks using the ketogenic diet. This week I'm actually pretty sick. I have a sore throat and a fever, so I'm sorry for all the lip smacking and the holding my throat and my voice is giving out. It just is what it is. Right now we're actually kind of snowed in or iced in, I would say. I can't get to the store. We've been eating a lot of broccoli and the things we already have in our freezer, so it's been wonderful. This is the first snow dumping. It was about 8 inches the first night. Oh, and here is the walkway that's pretty much a trench now. And then let's see here. My husband actually got a few videos of the field I normally walk. He's been having to walk to and from work because of the snow and the ice. We cannot actually drive on the hills because if you do, it's awful. It's really bad. So we've been told to stay home. If you don't need to be on the road, just don't go on the road. Anyways, I do have some updates about collagen peptides and Wellbutrin, and I'll go ahead and get to those in just a second. Alright, here we go. Wellbutrin. What have I noticed since taking Wellbutrin? There has been some changes. The first thing I want to say is I'm actually on 100 milligrams of Wellbutrin. I have tried upping my dosage up to 200 as it was told by my doctor to go ahead and do that. When I upped the medication, it made a bunch of other side effects that I wasn't dealing with before, so you want to make sure you're on the right dosage. Some people cannot take Wellbutrin because it doesn't work well for them at all, or it just gives them all the bad side effects. So I'm not saying get on Wellbutrin, I'm just saying this is my experience of having ADHD and being on Wellbutrin. So the things that I've noticed since being on a good dosage of Wellbutrin is my anxiety has gone down considerably. My depression has gone down considerably. My paranoia has gone down considerably. I'm actually able to sit and write a list. I'm actually able to sit and kind of relax and knit. I know that people with ADHD, we have a hard time relaxing. It's not a stimulant, so it's what's called a secondary drug for people who have ADHD. Usually you take it with a stimulant, but where I'm at, it is really hard to get a stimulant, and I'm not going to put forth my energy to keep pushing towards it right now because I could be doing something else with that energy. So, as far as what's been going on with me and Wellbutrin, it has been really life-changing, and I want to say life-saving. I have missed a few days, and when I do miss those days, what happens is I get extreme depression and brain fog and a bunch of things that I have not missed before taking Wellbutrin. I don't really know what to say other than it has worked really great for me. It doesn't get rid of any of all the excess thoughts that you get when you have ADHD. So you're still hearing that music. You're still thinking of a million things you should be doing other than doing something that you're doing right now. And even right now, looking at my house, I can see a million different things that I should have been doing while I've been doing these videos. So that doesn't really change because, like I said, it's not a stimulant. You're not going to be not hyper-focused. You're not going to be focused on what you're doing at the moment, but it has gotten better. And I'm not sure if that has anything to do with having decreased depression or decreased anxiety or paranoia. And that's just what Wellbutrin has done for me. It has decreased all of those things that was happening. Before taking Wellbutrin, I wasn't even able to actually start taking walks. Walks for me are actually pretty recent. But before, when I would take walks, it was just around where I lived, and it was because I felt safe there. And before taking Wellbutrin, I wasn't actually able to go into a store by myself. And I know that sounds really strange, but when you're so amped up on top of that, you have like anxiety and depression. Everything just kind of irks you. And I don't have that problem right now with Wellbutrin. So these are just things that I have noticed since taking Wellbutrin. I'm not sure if you have been suffering the same. Like I said, I have PTSD. I suffer with psychosis on top of ADHD, and I'm seeing therapists and doctors to get help for all these fun things. But yeah, so this is what's been my experience. That's all I'm gonna say. I know it's kind of like short or maybe not in order. I don't know. But this is just, it has improved my own mental health issues. So, yes, if you're interested in Wellbutrin, I would say talk to a doctor or somebody that, you're like a therapist, somebody you can actually discuss the medication with. But this has just been my experience, and that's it. So why is mental health one of the things I bring up all the time? Because honestly, I am a mom. And I know a lot of people out there actually suffer with mental health issues and then don't get the proper help that they need. And it affects our parenting. So how I grew up with my mom is she had a lot of mental health issues. I believe she was misdiagnosed. And that in turn made her the mom that she was. And she was a very volatile woman, and she had a lot of issues. And I think that my upbringing would have been a lot better had she had been getting the mental health help that she needed. So yes, I definitely want to advocate for mental health, because it is very important not only to ourselves to take care of ourselves, but also for our children, because our children need us. Our children want to be around their parents, and it's important to spread the word of mental health, because if there's someone out there that's struggling and realizes that there's something going on with somebody else, like say for instance me, and they're like, well, maybe I could possibly have what's going on with her, it helps. It helps getting the word out. So if you're struggling with like a mental health issue, go ahead and comment down below. It's not an embarrassing thing. I am so glad that I have been actually taking care of myself and taking the steps that I need to better my own quality of life, not just simply for me, but for my family, so I can take better care of them. Since getting mental health help, my son has noticed a change in me. He doesn't see me as much as a depressed person as I was before. And to get to that point of depression, I had gone through a lot of things. And I, at this point, was not working through any of it. So seeing a therapist, and getting the ball rolling on that has also improved his life, because I am more available to him. And yeah, I know that sounds like a little bit weird, but we have to take care of ourselves, in order to take care of our children. And our children see that. They see the difference in us when we're feeling better, and they see the difference when we're feeling awful. And for children, if there's nothing they can do to make their parents feel better, it affects them so poorly. It's like they blame themselves. They're like, well, what am I doing wrong that's making my mom this way or my dad this way? And that's one of the reasons I decided to take care of my mental health, was for my son. He's really important to me, and he's really cool, and one of these days he's going to be a YouTube star like he says he is. So watch out, world. My son's going to be next. Alright, side note over and out. I am going to go make myself a meal. It's nearly 3 o'clock. I haven't even had breakfast yet. I have been so sick and so dizzy and so tired that I haven't been able to take care of myself like I should that way too. So, alright, peace out. gonna try this one more time without the beeping, the noise, the dog barking. And what it is the last thing I need to tell you guys about. Collagen peptides. How is it working for me? It's working just fine. It's actually working quite well. It's working so well that I was actually able to eat something that I would not normally be able to eat without a lot of discomfort. This being cured meat. So last week I said that I didn't really notice any changes, or I couldn't tell you what the changes were. And that's true until I actually had salami. So I made myself a pizza because my family was having like a really good meal, and I had just found the keto crackers, which I'll show you a picture of. And I decided to try and make it into a pizza, and it was really good, but I actually put on a lot of salami on it. I think it's salami. Salami? I can't word right now, I'm sorry. Usually this stuff makes me really sick. I can't usually eat cured meats whatsoever. This time around on this pizza, I noticed a little bit of stomach discomfort, but it wasn't like before where it was like so excruciatingly painful that I was having a hard time breathing or feeling like I needed to go to the hospital. And I haven't actually been able to eat cured meats for a long time. I want to say at least a year or so, like when I noticed the pain was getting really horrible. And it may have been more than that I've noticed the pain. Actually, no, it's been about 2.5, 3 years. So yeah, this pain was awful. But now, since taking the collagen peptides, I've been kind of taking mental notes of like what I've been eating, and mostly what I've been eating has been very basic, like broccoli and chicken, or broccoli and pork, or broccoli and just lots of broccoli. Lots of broccoli. We all like broccoli in our family. But we also haven't been able to get to the store as much as we'd like to this last week too, because of the storm we've been having. So yeah, I think I'm a little broccolied out right now. So yeah. Oh God, I'm so sick. This is awful. Yeah, so collagen peptides, the pain that I've been having in my stomach, I thought when the pain first started, I thought it was like pancreatitis, or I was having some liver discomfort, and I did get tested for like multiple things, and I did find out that I had a slight fatty liver, but it wasn't anything too crazy. It shouldn't have caused any problems. I had no gallbladder stones, nothing. I just had this weird, painful, bloating, burning feeling, and my doctors, like, ran the test. I had an ultrasound done, I had this and that done, took all these weird, just lots of tests. Couldn't find anything. One doctor tried to give me heartburn pills, and I'm like, this is not heartburn. I don't know what this is. It's not heartburn. I can tell you that. So, yes, collagen peptides, stomach discomfort has gone way down when I eat something that I couldn't normally eat. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to eat a few things, but definitely a little bit of cured meats. That's something that I've been missing, and like a lot of people on the keto thing, they're like, just have cured meats and cheese and it can be a snack or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I really can't eat that. But yeah, I was able to have that, and I did get slightly sick, but it wasn't anything like before. Like it was kind of like, it wasn't even sick, it was just kind of like, oh, that's uncomfortable mildly, but that's basically what it was. So hopefully I find some good videos and I make some sense, because like I said, I'm sick, I'm exhausted, it's not good for me to be this way. So alright, over and out.